everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a look at the Ferragamo classic top handle, their Kelly bag, their two-way bag. There's been a lot of names for this bag, but it was their first real it bag, and I think a lot of the times the reason that Ferragamo flies under the radar and is so understated is because they haven't really had a hit bag since. So this bag was carried by a good number of celebrities when it came out, and it was really just kind of their classic, wonderful handbag. They had a few other kind of big ones like the Diana and a few other smaller designs, but this one has always just kind of been their most iconic classic bag. And of course I have this one, which I am getting fixed, and I have a whole video about this, but I did recently pick up another one which sparked this video idea because this bag is their kind of iconic bag. There have been some really fun, playful designs of it over the years. There's been a lot of fun, like limited edition, cool bags, and I've found a number of them on the pre-loved market, and I have one that's added to my wardrobe, so I'm going to show you that one. I also just want to show some of these other fun iterations. I just think they're really cool, and I believe there may be a few that are over $1,000, but most of them are under $1,000. Some of them are only a few $100s, and I just really think that they are a fun piece of fashion history, a way to play with a really cool, classic, iconic design. I want to go through those with you all. Start with my new one. Okay, so this bag is a chocolate rubber bag. I only find so much information about these bags. Most of them, I believe, came out, I would say, late 90s, early 2000s. This bag first gained popularity in the late 80s, early 90s. And so I'm gonna guess that that's about when these limited editions came out, maybe even as early as mid 90s. I would say before 2010. The more common limited editions like ostrich and python and crocodile, like those other sort of exotic leathers. But then there's really cool ones like this, which are made out of rubber. And I found a few of these secondhand. There's only so much information that exists about them. I really don't know so much about them. But what I found out is a few people call this the chocolate bag. And apparently the rubber was supposed to be scented like chocolate. Now, I don't know that that is true. I can see where you would say that. If someone hadn't said that to me, I would have just said it was the smell of the rubber, but I can see that there's like a little bit of a chocolate smell. And if I smelled the other two colors that I've found this bag in, I wonder if they would have also had the same smell. But anyway, let me show you this cool bag. So the handles are a little bit different, and I'll compare it with the other one. It says Salvatore Ferragamo in the back. It has the iconic clasp in the front. This one is in like a tortoise. And then it's got the clips of it in here. The side fully opens like this. It has feet on the bottom, which my other one does not. And then it is one big open pit. The tag is in the back right here. And then this side just has a metal clasp to fix this one. So it's simple, beautiful, and I just think super fun. Remember that this one still needs to be fixed up, so the handles are tearing on this bag. This one does not have the option for a long strap, and I don't know that any of the limited edition ones do. The handle has a slight different shape to it. The back of this has stitching here and obviously doesn't say anything, has no feet. And then the front design, the flap is a little bit shorter. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same. The dimensions are very slightly different as well, but they're both definitely the classic size. And then this one, what's so different about this is obviously it has the lining, but it has that divider in the middle, and then it has a small zippered pocket in the back. So that's how they differ, but generally it's a very similar bag. And I just think this one is so fun. It is heavier than the leather for sure. Not an everyday bag by any means, but I mean, if you're invited to like a chic pool party, this rubber one is perfect. Much safer in the weather than the leather would be. Now let's go over some of the others. One that I thought was super cool was this wood one. And this one actually reminds me also a little bit of the metal versions that they've had. So they've had metal, wood, and then acrylic. And the acrylic one I think is interesting, though I am not a plastic girl in general. I try to rid plastic from my life. But the acrylic is interesting because you could get different colored inserts to go inside of it. So it could look like you were carrying the top handle in black or the top handle in beige. And I've even seen a different bag that they made acrylic, a different style, that had a gold version. So that was kind of fun, and it has the gold hardware on the acrylic one. So yeah, that one is definitely a cool addition. I've seen an intracciato, I never know if I'm saying that right, an intracciato weave, kind of like the weaving braided pattern of like a bottega. That is a cool one. I've also seen a really interesting version that has like rubber, I'm gonna say like rubber bands, but I don't mean like typical rubber bands. It's just like pieces of rubber that are in a shape of a band. That one is also a more clear style, but it's really interesting, this metal cage with these bands around it. Another sort of plastic one, but fully black with a black handle. An interesting sort of pattern to the handle, and it's very shiny. It looks different than the clear acrylic one. This one that I have seen is a wicker version, and I love the wicker one. I really want it. The wicker one is like the perfect summer, basket bag, but a little like an evening summer basket bag, we'll call it that. I think it's perfect for that. They've always done a lot of different versions of this bag. I mean, I have another version of this. This will always be one of my favorite versions, but this is a totally different dimension, and I know that they're playing with that with the current collections, where they're just changing the sort of size and shape and offerings in that way. Now they're trying to shorten them. They've added the colors, and they've definitely brought back some of the more exotic leathers and skins, but otherwise we're not typically seeing them bring out new fun designs. They did have a cork version a few years ago that was really great. I really love that one. That is the last iteration I've seen that's been super just interesting and different, but clearly they have had fun with this bag over the years. They also have like the painted versions, with some designs on it and that sort of stuff. To me, it's more exciting when they're playing with materials you wouldn't expect to see on a bag. That's really interesting and fun. These are the few that I have run across secondhand, and I've been watching these for a long time. So over the last few years, these are the only versions that I have seen really come out, but I bet that there are some others out there. So if you know of any, please do leave them down below. And in general, let me know which one was your favorite. We'll leave links to all of these in the description box if you want to check them out and add a fun piece of fashion history to your wardrobe. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.